Live, trans, and prosper. Hi, I'm Professor David Phillips, and welcome to, well, an epic isometric idea thing. I run D&D. I like the epic isometric or the isometric tokens and maps for my VTT, virtual tabletop games of my D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, campaigns and stories. But the thing is, I subscribe to Epic Isometric. Links in the description below. I love them. I think they're awesome. But those maps are so big. And I want to run one-shots. Small little games that really don't fit in these huge vistas. Sure, I can make my own. I have videos on this channel. Check them out. But I suck at that. What I really want to do is just use a piece of these little maps and go with it. So what do? Well, I do stuff. I can take these incredibly wonderful resources and I can chop them down. Chop them down for my own delight. So how do I do that? Okay, let's say I am working on a 5-room dungeon. Right now, my students at the university actually have an assignment where they are working on a 5-room dungeon. 5-room dungeon doesn't mean that the adventure only has 5 rooms. It just means it is compact and has a certain process based off of the hero's journey. Joseph Campbell fans. I'm a Joseph Campbell fan. My literature and film students know I'm a Joseph Campbell fan because I quote the Joe quite a bit. Alrighty, so we're going to take a map from Epic Isometric. If you have other isometric maps, use those. Use whatever you've got. Make your own. Of course, if you're making your own, then you could just make it for your smaller dungeon. You don't have to do what I'm about to do, which is butcher a map. So, what do? I'm going to go to my folders, and I'm going to, these are my epic isometric maps. You pay for Patreon and you can get these maps too. Yay. And I'm working on a game that is a small dungeon, but it also has a scary feel to it. And so obviously I'm not going to use the forest, and I'm not going to use the gothic. Oh man. I'm going to go with the Dwarven Mines actually. So I pop this open and I've got different choices. I can choose different ones because this is the classic. It has more of a nice feel to it, and this will fit my adventure, the setting. So we've got 2 options here. I'm going to go with this one, and so I'm going to go ahead and download this. Download. Yeah. I gotta scan for my viruses. I'm just gonna pop this here, and I'm gonna just pop this in tokens. It doesn't belong here, but I'm sticking it there anyway because I will move it later after I do some editing. So there's that. That's now in my tokens. And I've got my Dwarven Mine. Now the thing is, you see this is just too large. And this is not a very large epic isometric map. This is actually very much a small one actually. But it's too large for my 5-room dungeon, which is literally, for this game, I'm setting it up for about 5 rooms. So I can't really use this. So what I want to do is I want to open this, in the Photoshop. So file, open, Dwarven Mines, open. And let's get rid of that view. I'm going to take my glasses and pop them up so I can actually see now. I know you're used to me like this, and I've worn glasses since, well, for maybe 1 or 2 years. I started wearing glasses when I was 10 years old. Can't wear contacts, I can wear glasses. And so there's that. Now let's see, how much of this do we want? I'm thinking we don't want the whole thing. This is a good starting area. And I'm going to pop off. This is too open. That would be a good starting area. You could just take parts and move them. But, oh, this is actually much better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So let's we're going to cut out just what I want. So I'm not using any of this. One, two, three. This looks larger than what I want. Cut it and post. This is definitely larger than what I want. I'm going to get rid of that so I can't say, well, I don't want that. I'm going to go back. I'm just going to take this. Alrighty. So, what do I got here? 1, 2, 3. This area down here is problematic. It's just too much. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's perfect. We have the starting area up here, and then we move further in, and this will be where the big baddie is. So that'll be great. All right. So now I need to dress it up a little bit because this. I mean, I could use this, but I kind of want to be better than that. So I'm going to let's. I just do a basic color and then I'll smudge it. It looks horrible, I know, but that's okay. I don't have to be perfect. It's for a fake game anyway. I can also adjust this so I have a stronger contrast. I can make it brighter, I can make it a little darker. I'm not going to change that. I'm just going to go with higher contrast. I can also play with that background just a little bit more so it kind of fits the mega. There we go. That's much nicer for what my purposes are. Nope, didn't want that one. Doesn't matter if it's nasty. I just want to know it. I can also number these for me and all that. And let's go ahead and just save it. File, save as, PNG. Oh, I could have, I should have shown you this. I could change the hue and saturation. If I wanted a scary room, I can play with these colors. Kind of ethereal. But I think it's okay for the most part, so I don't need to do that. This is fine. And we're good to go. So now we got that map, and we can go to our Owlbear, go to maps, I'm going to add my new map, scary. Select, boom. Now I can also go to my map and edit, which is how I can get it a little bit better for my grid measurement, because I don't want to use this. I want to use Euclidean and all that stuff. All right, and so I've got a nice small map which I can use my isometric characters at. Let's put them in the starting place. Now the thing about Owlbear Rodeo, you can see my grids don't match up, so that's a bug in Owlbear. Not really so much a bug. It's just that it's not designed. There are ways of doing that. I have videos on my channel. You can check that out. So instead of 4 squares, she can be 1 square. But I'm just going to keep that for our purposes. Let it look really awesome, big. And then she'll come down here and meet the baddies. This is actually a good map. I'm going to keep this. Ah. But there you go. That, my friends, is how you can edit a large campaign-style isometric map so that you can use it for a smaller five-room dungeon. Yeah. Or one-shot or whatever. That's it. This is Dr. Brian David Phillips saying, hey, how you doing? Live trans and prosper. Bye-bye.